Hi, welcome back to our talk on manners. I'm John Patrick Hickey, and we're talking about civility, and I want to talk just a bit about political correctness. We talked about it a little bit before, but I want to mention it now as well. Political correctness is crept into our society. There is nothing that is more lacking in civility, more lacking in good manners than political correctness. Actually, Charlton Heston defined political correctness as tyranny with manners. And that's what it was. Political correctness is a very selfish, self-focused type of thinking, where you're worried about what people say is going to offend you. And it happens in a way that has gone from being just absurd to being outrageously absurd, to where we're actually offended by reference to gender. We're offended by Mr., Miss, Mrs. We're offended by please and thank you, people opening doors for one another, acts of kindness. People can get offended by. It's just absurd. And to me, political correctness has been a destructive force in this country. And you know what political correctness does? It gives a platform to whiners. People who want to whine and fuss and get all the attention on them, to forget about everybody else, to live in this bubble that they have, that the whole world's going to revolve around me. This is where political correctness comes from. Because people who care about other people, people who have a desire to live in a better world than what we live in now, to improve, to truly help those in need, to truly help all people to improve and to move forward, will not buy into political correctness because it's useless. It's stupid. And yes, I've just been totally politically incorrect in the things that I'm saying, but I'm making a point by doing that, is that I'm not going to fall into that lineup of saying things just because you say it. And now we've added to that this whole woke, thinking that if anybody says things that are outside of what people consider as should be talked about, then they're going to cancel them. They're going to go and come against them and, make them so they don't exist, kind of thing. It's just tyranny. That's all it is. It's tyranny. And it's time for good people with good manners to be able to stand up and come against these things. You see, civility doesn't lay down and say, okay, do whatever you want and I'll just smile and be nice. No, civility is such that it comes against things that are uncivil, things that are going to hurt other people, because we're striving to help those who truly need help, who truly need something good. Like I said, we have a world that is in desperate need. You look at cities like Chicago, babies are being killed by gunfire. Babies are being killed. You got the city of New York that is, at one time, New York was like the thriving place to go. People from all over the world came to New York as a destination because they wanted to see it. Now there's nothing to see. People have left because of taxes, because of crime. When at one time New York, especially Times Square, was like a huge slum, and it was full of crime. Rudy Giuliani came in there and he made a huge transformation. He brought Times Square back into being this wonderful, vibrant place that people could go to. I mean, the big stores were there. It was just this wonderful place to see. It has now been destroyed and we're going back to the old stuff. I mean, it's sad to see what's happening in our world. And yet we have people who are worried about what their title is, or how people are going to address them. It's just ridiculous to see these things going on. We have to get back to understanding that there are bigger things in the world than us. The world does not revolve around us. We are servants. We have to go out and help others. That is true civility. And when we go out and we help others to improve their life, to improve themselves. In the next video, which will be our last one on civility, we're going to talk more about how civility, or the lack of it, has truly affected our personal lives. But until then, this is John Patrick Hickey for the Growth Center, and I do want to encourage you to live your purpose and change your world.